This city is Bolivia's most beautiful city, and it might just be the most beautiful capital city in all of South America. The city is called Sucre, and Sucre is one of Bolivia's two capital cities alongside La Paz. La Paz is the administrative capital of the country, whereas Sucre is the constitutional capital of Bolivia. Sucre was founded in the 16th century by the Spanish, and it was an important hub for the Spanish as it was nearby the city of Potosi, and Potosi was the financial engine of the Spanish Empire during the silver rush in Potosi. By the way, if you subscribe to my channel, you can learn more about the history of Potosi and what to do in Potosi, because I made a video all about that city. But by the 17th century, Sucre was a big cultural and educational hub for the region. Sucre is actually home to the first university in Bolivia, founded in the 17th century. And then by the early 19th century, Sucre was the focal point for the Bolivian independence movement. There was a 16-year war of independence before Bolivia finally became independent in 1825, and 14 years later, Sucre was declared officially the capital city of the country. So after visiting the city, I'm going to explain to you what you can do in Sucre, how to get to Sucre, and the key things you need to know before visiting. Just before I do that though, if you are coming to Bolivia, many of the cities that you may visit, including Sucre, will be at high altitude, so you may have to battle with altitude sickness. Also, stomach bugs are very common in Bolivia. The hygiene is not the best, so that is why I have put a link down below in the description and the comment section to an affordable pay-as-you-go travel insurance provider, so do check them out before your Bolivia trip. Now let me start by going through how to get to Sucre and the transportation situation for the city. Now, when you travel in Bolivia, I recommend that you use flight to get between different destinations as much as possible, as opposed to using car, buses or roads. The main reason for that is simply because if there is any kind of political instability when you visit the country, Bolivians love to go and block up all of the roads across the country, so you're safer to fly by flight as much as possible when you can. Now, Sucre does have a small airport, and you can fly very easily from either La Paz or Cochabamba or Santa Cruz. The airport is quite far away from the city. It is about 25 kilometers away from the main town center. And if you try to use a ride sharing app to get from the airport to the city, like InDrive or like Uber, it simply will not work from the airport because it's so far away from the city. So when you land, you will walk outside of the terminal and you will see lots of official airport taxi drivers, so you can go with one of them. You will also see shared mini buses as well, and you will see guys who are offering you to go in one of the shared mini buses. I did this, and the shared mini bus costs 15 Bolivianos per person, but if you go with one of the taxis, it will cost you 80 Bolivianos. And of course, you pay in cash. If you come to Bolivia, you need cash literally every day, so make sure you have cash. If you do take the shared minibus, they will drop you off at this location on the screen here, and then from there you can either hail a local taxi to help you get to your accommodation, or you can use a ride sharing app like InDrive. There should be enough drivers available in Sucre from that point to then take an InDrive rideshare. Now, if you need to get from the city of Sucre to the airport instead of from the airport to the city, if you want to take the minibus again, you have to head to this location that I've highlighted on the screen here. I've zoomed in a little bit here, and I'm going to put on the screen right now the exact address of where this is. You will know when you're there because there's like this big stone wall that you see on the screen here, and hopefully there will be at least one minibus waiting for you to take you to the airport. You can also hail a local taxi from the street in the city of Sucre to get to the airport, or I have put some numbers on the screen here that you can WhatsApp or phone of local taxi companies who you can arrange to pick you up to take you to the airport. However, if you are going from Uyuni to Sucre or Potosi to Sucre, then there are no direct flights to Sucre from either of those cities. So if there are any road blockades, you would have to get yourself to Uyuni Airport, fly to La Paz, and then fly to Sucre. If there are no road blockades, the easiest thing to do would be to take buses from either city. There is a direct overnight bus from Uyuni to Sucre. There are a couple of companies that offer this route. Now, due to winding mountainous roads on the route from Uyuni to Sucre, and also due to Bolivian drivers not being the most careful, to say the least, it is not necessarily the smartest move to take overnight buses in Bolivia. So what I would recommend is you actually take a bus from Uyuni to Potosi. You spend a couple of nights in Potosi, and then you can take a bus from Potosi to Sucre, because both of these bus routes from Uyuni to Potosi and Potosi to Sucre you can get during the daytime. None of these bus companies have great reviews, so expect the buses to be old and not necessarily clean, but it is what it is. If you're coming from Uyuni, the bus terminal is located on the screen here in Uyuni. If you're coming from Potosi, the bus terminal is located on the screen here. Just be aware, if you're coming from Potosi to Sucre, you leave Potosi from the new bus terminal, the Nueva bus terminal. There is another bus terminal in Potosi, the Antigua bus terminal, the old one. You don't go there to get to Sucre. You have to go to the new bus terminal to get to Sucre. And when you arrive into Sucre, you will arrive at this bus terminal I've put on the screen here. And then from there, you can either take a local taxi or use the InDrive application to get to your accommodation. Just be aware, if you do take buses in Bolivia, and if you do buy your tickets online on BusBud, for example, make sure that you head down to the terminal, find the company store that you booked with, and get a paper ticket from the company first before you board your bus. Also, when you use these buses in Bolivia, as soon as you board your bus, you will have to pay either a 1 or 2 Boliviano fee per person for the bus terminal fee, so do make sure you have enough cash with you for that. Now, regardless of how you arrive into Sucre and regardless of how you're planning to leave Sucre, do not plan to arrive in the city on Dia del Peatón, and do not plan to leave the city on Dia del Peatón. Now, Dia del Peatón means pedestrian day, and in Bolivia, in major Bolivian cities, throughout the calendar year, they have multiple Sundays that they dedicate to Dia del Peatón, where it is basically illegal for any vehicles to be on the road in the city apart from designated official airport taxis. So if you need to get to an airport or a bus terminal, or if you need to get to the city from an airport or a bus terminal on Dia del Peatón, good luck, because you're going to have to try and find an official airport taxi and hail one of those taxis from the street, or you can try and WhatsApp and phone those official taxi numbers that I showed you earlier in the video and just hope someone will pick you up. I've put on the screen here the days for Dia del Peatón for Sucre. Different cities in Bolivia have different Dia del Peatóns, so you have to do your research and make sure you avoid any travel plans on any Dia del Peatón in any Bolivian city. As for where to book your accommodation in Sucre, I recommend you stay in the historic centre that I've highlighted on the screen here. Sucre is renowned as the White City, and that is simply because in the historic centre, you've got lots of these beautiful old whitewashed buildings and churches everywhere. You can spend a day just walking around the old town. You've got the main square here, the Plaza 25 de Mayo. You can book a walking tour to learn more about the history of the city. I have put a link down below in the description and the comment section to this walking tour that you see on the screen here. Now, when you're in Sucre, there are 3 really nice viewpoints that you can go and check out. Firstly, you can go to the La Recoleta viewpoint, and this on the screen is what it looks like. Secondly, you can go to the San Felipe Church. So what you do is you come to this street here and you've got the entrance to the church here. You pay a 17 Boliviano fee and you can walk up to the top of the church and you have some really nice views across the city. The last entrance is 5:30 p.m. and sunset in Sucre is around 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. So that is perfect time to see the sunset. Thirdly, you can also go to the cathedral on the main square and walk on the roof of the cathedral. This costs you 15 Bolivianos, but just be aware you can't do this alone. You have to book this as a guided tour when you enter into the cathedral. Another cool thing that people do when they come to Sucre is they visit the dinosaur footprints just outside of the main city. So it is this big wall with literally lots of dinosaur footprints. To get there, you can either take local taxi or you can use InDrive, or if you head to the main square of Sucre, you will see these buses with dinosaur pictures on the buses. You can take one of those buses to get there too. Now, I will give you a few food recommendations for when you come to Sucre. Firstly, I do recommend that you go to El Patio to try the salteñas. So salteñas are basically the Bolivian equivalent of empanadas. The salteñas here are made fresh to order, so you do have to wait about 15 to 20 minutes for your salteñas, but they are really nice, some of the best that I've had in Bolivia. With those salteñas, just watch out, there are olives inside them with the stones inside them, so be careful. Now, for a couple of cafe recommendations, I recommend Paradiso Bakehouse. They do really nice eggs benedict here and also really nice cheesecake. And also I frequented this place called Coffee Bike. Again, they do a nice breakfast here and nice coffee. And if you do want to try some more local, down-to-earth Bolivian food, you can head down to the Mercado Central, the central market, and there are lots of different local Bolivian dishes that you can try there. Now, since Sucre is quite a small city, you don't need lots and lots of days in the city, but I definitely recommend spending at least 3 days. 4 to 5 days is a nice period of time to give you some relaxation. Now, I am interested to know how many of you have been to Sucre in the past. So do comment below if you've been to Sucre and let me know your thoughts on your time in the city. Furthermore, if you are a local from Sucre, do comment below your Sucre tips and recommendations, because that will help out other viewers who are watching this video. And finally, if you are planning to come to Sucre sometime soon, drop a comment and do let me know.